Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and as always, hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. So earlier this week, headed out to my local Goodwill to go do a little media hunting to see what kind of goodies I could find, and I ended up scoring some pretty awesome finds. So let's go do some hunting. Well, alright guys, here we are back out at my local Goodwill. Decided to stop in quickly, see what I might be able to find. Hopefully some great cinematic gems, and I definitely found some pretty cool titles I wanted to pick up. So first up here, gotta look through the table. You never know what kind of goodies you might find on here. VHS, DVDs, who knows what you might find. Even some Leapster stuff, which I have absolutely no interest in whatsoever. So I passed on that, and that struck me out. Every time I see something like that, like a weird case or something, I always gotta look to see what it is, because it could be something interesting. They had seasons, VHS seasons of Sopranos. That was kind of cool. I was actually looking at those, but I passed on them. I didn't need to get those. And some Super Mario Bros. 3, which is pretty cool. I actually do not have any of these Super Mario Bros. 3 DVDs yet, so I was actually intrigued by that. Thought about picking that up. We got seasons of Seinfeld, which is cool, but already have those. Do not need that. And some Leapfrog stuff. Don't need that either. These are cool to come across. I actually have every single one of those releases. But just cool to see them. And some Godzilla, which is also really cool. Versus Mothra. That's awesome. But already have it. Do not need that as well. Some Johnny Cash there. Some Disney stuff. And this was pretty cool. Some Super Mario Brothers. Like a Christmas episode release. That was pretty awesome. Definitely intrigued by that. And over to the DVDs. And we come across some anime, which is always nice to see. Definitely interested in that there. This is cool. This was like a tin set. I really had no idea what this was, but had to pick it up and check it out. Definitely interested in grabbing that. That was really cool. And they did have a little bit more anime right here. Unfortunately, that was scratched. That I did pass on because it was in horrible, horrible condition. But the other two sets were in pristine condition, so I was definitely intrigued by those and wanted to pick those up. They did get some new stuff in. There was a lot of new titles here, which is really cool, including this down here. This was cool. It's not every day you come across a Region 2 release. And of a movie I did not have, so definitely intrigued and wanted to pick that up. And again, just really cool to come across a Region 2 release. Some Disney Princess stories. I always grab those when I come across them in good shape, but unfortunately it wasn't in good shape. And Survivor. They had tons of Survivor in here. Somebody who must have really been into Survivor got rid of their collection, but Survivor is not my thing, so didn't get any of those. And some other cool season sets as well, but unfortunately, all sets I had. Some Cowboy Bebop, the movie, which is cool, but I already have that as well. Did not need it. So as you can see, some cool stuff, but unfortunately, just a lot of stuff I already had. Scrubs, very awesome, but already have it. Do not need that. So next, we move on to the CDs. Gotta look through these. Never know what awesomeness you might find in here. There was another kid who was eyeing these all up. I had to wait like 15 minutes for him to stop looking through the CDs. It was insane, but it was worth it. It paid off because I found some cool stuff like some Ray Charles Christmas. That is awesome. Definitely grabbing that. That is a no-brainer. That has to go in my collection. Very cool. Love Ray Charles. Love Christmas. And oh my god, some more Weird Al. I used to have every Weird Al album, and then I got rid of them, and I regret it so much. So glad to have that back in the collection. And the Ting Tings. Great, great band. Fantastic album. Really wanted to get that back in the collection, because, again, I once owned that, and I had to get it back. And then we come across some... This is great. Some Tori Amos and single releases. These are cool. I love me some Tori Amos. Not only because she is a great artist, but she's also quite beautiful as well. Kind of got a little crush on her. So definitely wanted to grab those. And this is cool. A Con Air singles release. I thought about grabbing it, but at $2, I don't know. I just passed. It wasn't anything I needed, but it was still a cool find. But like I said, I did end up passing on that. And not much more in the way of music, but I did find some cool things. So back to the bins. And tell you guys, always look through these bins. A $5 Blu-ray player. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. The cord, the power cord, everything was actually in there as well. So $5 for a Blu-ray player. Again, guys, I always say, look through these bins. Every Goodwill I go into has like one of these bins sitting out, and you never know what you might find. Look at all these DVDs as well. Unfortunately, all the DVDs, it was all stuff I had. Nothing I was really interested in grabbing, unfortunately, but still, tons and tons of DVDs in here. And again, a Blu-ray player, which was absolutely awesome. And very much interested in picking that up. There's even a DVD player right there as well. There's actually the actual power cord for the or I don't know, maybe that wasn't it. Maybe that's for the DVD player. Well, anyway, the power cord is in there. I assure you, for the Blu-ray player. I had to dig around for that, but I did end up finding it. And look, just tons of DVDs. So always look through these bins. You never know what you might find. Just, it always pays off to look through those. And look through a second bin over here, and came across some more DVDs and VHS and stuff, and a lot of sealed VHS. This is really cool. This Pokemon 3 release here with like that trading disc inside, which is really neat, and some Disney stuff that was sealed. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, one of my all-time favorite movies, again sealed. Casper, sealed. A lot of cool sealed VHS. I didn't necessarily need all of them, but I was intrigued. A lot of cool DVDs as well. Domino, great movie, and Hot Tub Time Machine and stuff like that. So a lot of really cool finds. And even in here, some more sealed VHS, some Disney this time. So that was great. And if you guys are into records, wow, look at all of this. I don't collect records, but this is cool. Devo. Records are not a thing I collect, but I was really freaked out by all the amount of stuff they had. Somebody who must have been a collector must have given all their stuff to Goodwill, because that was a boatload of records. Really cool. If I collect that, I'd be pretty excited. And finally, came across this, a 5-disc DVD CD changer, which is pretty cool. It was in really good shape. I was eyeing it up, but I did end up passing on it. Did not need that. So there you go, guys. That was my trip out to Goodwill. So let's take a look at everything I picked up. Well, alright guys, there you go. That was my trip out to my local Goodwill, where, as you can see, found some pretty cool stuff. And once again, always hit up those green bins. You never know what you might find. So let's take a look at everything I grabbed. The first thing we'll take a look at are the CDs I picked up. These were all, I believe, $2 a piece, which is not a bad deal for some good finds. So first thing I grabbed that you saw was Ray Charles Christmas. This is really cool. This is actually a Kohl's exclusive release, and this is awesome because I love me some Ray Charles, and I love Christmas music. I'm a big Christmas music fan. As I said before, I think I said like my last pickups video where I grabbed the Christmas title. I love Christmas music, and as soon as like Thanksgiving hits, I am listening to Christmas music like nonstop in my car and driving my wife. Absolutely insane. So this was a no-brainer. Had to pick this up. This is going to be great. It's just Ray Charles performing some classic Christmas music for $2. This was a great score. Then I also grabbed some Tori Amos here. We have Cornflake Girl single, and we got the Hey Jupiter single, which is absolutely awesome. Love Tori Amos. Now, I don't usually pick up singles all that often, especially when they're like $2 a piece. These been like $1. I might have like absolutely no doubt grabbed them, but it's Tori Amos. I really do like her music. As I said in the video, I also have a bit of a crush on Tori Amos. Always kind of found her to be quite attractive. I don't know. Am I crazy? Do you guys think Tori Amos is cute? I don't know. I always thought she was. So, again, I am a fan of Tori Amos, and these singles are pretty cool because they do have some bonus songs on it. Let's see. Looks like this has like 4 songs, and 3 of the songs on here, with the exception of Cornflake Girl, are non-LP songs. That's really cool. And Hey Jupiter has some like live performances and stuff. So really awesome. Nice to get some more Tori Amos for the collection. And this was cool. The Ting Tings with We Started Nothing. This is awesome. This was a great album that, again, I used to have back in the day before I sold all my CDs like an idiot. And glad to have this back in the collection. It's kind of like rock, new wave, sort of electronica, kind of, not really. I don't know. It's definitely a more modern sound. I really enjoy the sound of the Ting Tings. It's definitely interesting. It's something different. When this comes on, it's like something I don't necessarily hear all the time. It's definitely a different sound, and I like that. So this is a great album. Very happy to come across that. And then the best album definitely I came across was Weird Al Poodle Hats. Oh my god. I am so trying to get every single Weird Al album back in my collection. I had every one of his albums up until Straight Outta Lynchwood. I had Straight Outta Lynchwood and everything back. I had every one because I was just such a huge Weird Al fan. I still am a Weird Al fan. I love his music so much. And I had every one of his albums, and again, sold them all. So very much regret that, and trying to get them all back in the collection now. And I got a decent amount of them, but I'm still missing a bunch. So very cool to come across Poodle Hats. This is a great album. I mean, this is so many fantastic songs on it. I love Hardware Store, and Trash Day's pretty funny. Let's see. What else is on here? Ode to a Superhero. That's a great song as well. What Happened to Me? And so on and so forth. Just great songs. Very cool. And then it's a enhanced CD too. Ooh. So very cool, $2, great score. And hopefully I'll get all those back in the collection sometime soon. All right, so now onto the actual media here. So grab some VHS. These were all, I believe, up front in the front little like table they had. Grab Super Mario Brothers Super Christmas Adventures. Now I do already have all the Super Mario Brothers Super Show releases. I have the entire series on DVD, so that's really cool. But what I like about this is the fact that this is just 2 Christmas episodes. And as I've said before, even if I have the complete series of something, I like picking up these, like, you know, Christmas, Halloween, whatever they might be, related releases, because when Christmas time comes around, I'm not going to pop in, you know, my discs and search around to find the Christmas episodes from the series release I have. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pop this VHS in and watch these 2 great Christmas-related episodes. So I love picking these up. These are always great finds, and for $1, had to grab that. And then I grabbed some Super Mario Brothers 3, Never Koopa a Koopa. Or no, sorry, Never Koopa Koopa. I do not have any Super Mario Brothers 3 yet. It's one of the Super Mario Brothers that I do not have on DVD. I would love to get the entire Super Mario Brothers 3 series on DVD. That would be awesome. I should have grabbed it by now at this point, but I still do not have it in the collection yet. So pick this up to have some episodes, but I really do want to get that DVD collection at some point. So hopefully somewhere down the line I'll eventually get that. But awesome. And look at, is that really what, why do I not remember? I don't remember Toad looking like that. I remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show a lot better than I remember the Super Mario Brothers 3 show, but did Toad seriously look like that? I don't remember that. I'm really curious now. Is that just really crappy VHS artwork, or is that what Toad looks like in the series? It can't be. I refuse to believe that's what Toad looks like. Wow, look how horrible the Mario looks on the front there. I'm thinking this is just really piss poor artwork. That's crazy. But still, very awesome. Some Super Mario Bros. 3 for the collection. Very cool. And then the last VHS here I grabbed was Monsters of Rock and Roar. I love me these Monster Truck VHS tapes. They're awesome. They're ridiculous. They're goofy. They're usually just really, really cheesy and pretty over the top and really kind of trashy at the same time as well. They're really fun. So I love picking these up. Had to grab that also for $1. And I almost forgot, actually, there's one more VHS tape here. This is Pokemon the Movie 3, or Pokemon 3 the Movie? I'm not sure. Is it Pokemon 3 the movie, or Pokemon the Movie 3? I'm thinking Pokemon 3 the movie. I have no idea. But I already have this on DVD, but what's cool about this is it's brand new, factory sealed, and comes with an unknown decoder disc for the Unknown J card game. So very cool, like a holographic, I guess it's, there you go. Pokemon Movie 3, it looks like a Pokeball, and then there's some Pikachus, or is that Raichu or whoever, and then you got the Unknown. So very, very cool. I definitely wanted to grab this just for collecting purposes. I thought it was a pretty cool release that it comes with that collectible like disc in it, and I'm just going to keep it factory sealed because I think it's pretty awesome. So $1 for that, had to pick that up. And then I grabbed some DVD releases here, and this is pretty cool. Region 2 release, not something I come across very often. We have The Postman Always Rings Twice. Pretty cool. I do not actually have this movie yet, so definitely had to pick it up. And it was cool it was Region 2, because I don't usually come across Region 2 releases out in the wild all that often. And I do have a Region 3 player, so I could definitely pick this up. And again, I do not have the movie yet, so very cool to pick it up on DVD. Looking forward to checking that out, and very happy to have it in the collection. And then some anime here, and you guys can let me know about this stuff. First thing I grabbed was Outlaw Star Collection 2. I know nothing about this one either. This is a brand new title for me. Definitely a blind buy, and it comes on 2 discs, which is really cool. 9 episodes on a 2-disc set, so pretty awesome. Leave some comments down below. Let me know about this anime series, because I know nothing about it, but it looks pretty awesome, so I wanted to grab that. And then this is a really cool release, and again, I know nothing about this, but it was awesome. Had to pick it up. This is, it's really tiny. Victorian Romance Emma Second Act. I don't know anything about that. I see a lot of non-English right there. But what's really cool about it is this cool... I love the packaging. Look at this. It comes out and it's a tin? That's pretty cool. What's this say on the back? I mean, that's interesting there. And then it opens up. And if I get it open, there we go. And then it's 2 discs, like, stacked. So that's pretty interesting. That was just a really cool release. I thought that was pretty neat. I know nothing about this, guys, so leave some comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. It is all in, was it Japanese? Or no, Chinese, according to the back. No, wait, no, Chinese, Japanese, and English. So, okay, so I guess it's all Japanese. I have no idea. I'm sorry. But anyway, really awesome. Just a really cool release. I thought this packaging was awesome. And at $2, in perfect shape, had to grab that. Again, let me know about this series, guys, because I know nothing about it whatsoever. And then finally, last thing here I'm going to show you. This is really cool. Again, back in those bins they have in the back of the store, I always tell you guys, if you see those bins lying out in your Goodwill, always dig through them because it's all stuff that has not yet been put out on the floor. You never know what you might find in it. As you guys have seen already, I found some amazing deals inside those bins. And this right here is pretty awesome. We have a $5 Blu-ray player. Look at that. This is a Pioneer BDP 120. Very awesome. And the question is, does it work? Yes, it does. I always recommend before you grab like a used electronics from a store, always try to see if it works. Plug it in, test it. I wasn't able to hook it up to a TV, but I did plug it in and put a disc inside to make sure it played. And the disc started up. It started playing. The little screen on front started counting down. So, or counting up, I should say. So, it did work. I did test it out, and I got home, plugged it into my TV, and checked it out. And yes, it played DVDs and Blu-rays perfectly. So, really, really awesome. $5 Blu-ray player right here, and it did have the cord. I had to dig around for this. This had actually come loose. And at first, I wasn't going to grab this because it didn't have the power cord. I was like, do I really need this? Not necessarily. And it doesn't have the power cord. Whatever. I'm just going to pass on it. But then when I came across the power cord, I definitely had to jump on this. So really cool. It's not a smart player or anything like that. I was actually really excited when I came across this because my friend Jeremy, he is looking for a smart Blu-ray player. And he keeps telling me if I ever come across one for cheap, pick it up for him. So I saw this and thought, I found one. He's going to be so excited. A $5 Blu-ray player. And then it wasn't a smart player. So sorry, Jeremy. I'm still on the lookout for you. I will find one for you eventually. But I picked it up for myself. Just a nice little backup. Why not have, a $5 Blu-ray player? I'm just going to grab it as a backup. I have to. So really, really awesome. And again, back in those bins, guys. So always dig through those bins. You never know what you might find. You might come across a $5 Blu-ray player, which is awesome. So there you go, guys. That is it. That was everything I grabbed out while on my hunt at Goodwill. Found some awesome stuff. So like I always say, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please do. I do a brand new daily Stick This video every single day. So hit the subscribe button. You'll see a new video from me every day. Also, if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Stick This t-shirt, hoodie, tank top, baby gear, kids gear, buttons, hats, all kinds of cool Cinema Stick This gear, head over to cinemastickthis.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself some of that. And finally, if you want to show your support and support new content, just show your thanks and appreciation, head over to patreon.com/cinemastickthis, where every tiny little bit helps and is very much greatly appreciated. So that is it, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.